coming to you live. Are we good? Coming to you live from Sierra Vista, Arizona. We have an office out here, for those of you who don't know, that was put into place, what, at least 3.5, 4 years ago now. Can't believe it's been that fast, that long ago already. And just this week, we brought online our third TekXlerate foundry. So that's exciting because we got to christen it here along with doing these hot takes with John. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Cam Jenna, I'm TekSynap's CEO. We've been doing these hot takes for, I think this is maybe the 5th or 6th one, and it's a great opportunity for me to torture myself with these hot sauces, which I'm a little bit scared about these 3 in particular today. But I'm sitting next to John Netterwald, who joined us a few years ago, and I want to give him an opportunity to talk to you about him and give him his own introduction.
Well, thank you, Cam. I am John Netterwald, like Cam said. I am a principal solutions architect with TekSynap. I specialize in the Army space, so I'm coming up on my 30-year anniversary from my enlistment date back in the 90s, where I was a signal soldier and an Arabic linguist right before the end of peacetime for the U.S. Army. And I've been doing IT for just about 22 years now. It's been a long time. So
long time.
Yeah. So
30
years in the Army world and 22 years in IT.
John has many talents. When I first met him and we went out and we were getting to know each other, he told me about a lot of his stories and all the places that he's been. And he knows how to repair pinball machines, which I don't know if you guys know, but I love pinball. We have a pinball machine in our corporate offices in Reston. And he knows how to not only repair the computer electronics in a pinball machine, but he also knows how to deal with all those moving parts that it's more than a computer, right?
Well, solenoids and all the different haptic feedbacks and DOF lights and things like that. So
built one, right?
I do. I build PCs. So in this case, I built a glorified big PC, just as big as a big pinball table, and it's just a virtual pinball table. And it plays everything that Cam spent lots of money on, like his pinball tables.
He also speaks multiple languages, and he also did some side work as an exotic dancer. Do tell, John.
I was a fire spinner back in the day, so right at the turn of the century, I was
catching fiery batons?
Yeah, we were doing lots of fire spinning, lots of fire dancing. I was big in the burner community back then.
I'd like to see some of this footage. I think we would all like to see some of this footage.
That's all back when VHS was the only footage we had, so we'll see.
We can convert it.
Yep.
We have John. For next time, let's get some of that.
Some of that spiciness.
Some of that action.
Yeah, spicy action.
All right, well, we're going to get going in the hot sauce world. We have 10 new spices today, and we're going to give you guys a little critique along the way. So why don't we go ahead and start right in with the thank you for all of those who submitted questions. We won't get to them all, but we picked 10, and we're going to throw them at each other, and then we're going to both try and answer them as best we can on the fly.
Awesome. So our first question is coming to us from Eric Larson.
Let me start with my hot sauce. Okay.
Eric says, hey Cam, with TekXlerate already touching Arizona, where do you see it next in the West, and what exactly are we hunting there?
Okay, repeat it again. I was too busy throwing hot sauce on the swing.
With TekXlerate already touching Arizona, where do you see it next in the West, and what exactly are we hunting there?
Over you.
Oh, Jesus.
No, okay.
I just poured a lot of sauce on this wing.
We got to get into a better cadence of asking the questions, so I don't have a mouthful of food when I'm trying to answer. Okay, let me.
I spoke too fast?
Okay, wait. Okay, so TekXlerate, touching the West. Our third TekXlerate lab came online this week, and it's really exciting because it's the third one that we've opened. We have one in Boston, one in Reston. And what's pretty cool about it is it allows us to test solutions. What's touching the West in particular is recently we were asked by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs to come up with a solution that allowed them to take the VA is one of the largest departments there is in our U.S. government. They're second only to the Department of Defense, and that's combined. So they have, as you would imagine, a very extensive wide area network. And they've asked us to prototype a solution that would allow them to take their multi-protocol label switch network, the direct internet access, which is a direct circuit, and come up with a way to streamline their costs, because in the face of DOGE the agencies are all looking at ways to cut their costs. They have multiple use case networks like KnowledgeNet that does video streaming for telemedicine. They have a guest Wi-Fi network that's separate. They have, of course, the mission network that the doctors, nurses, and clinicians all use. But they want to combine that and have one, couple of big fat pipes that fail over to each other. But when in the event something goes down, all those networks are not desperate and separate, which cost a lot of money for the taxpayer, but fail over. So we'll be able to do that and simulate it in the TekXlerate labs in multiple geographically dispersed locations, which for our customers, they love to be able to see things that are prototyped in real time so that they can believe that the solution actually works. I know a lot of people are fond of hearing me say, don't tell me that it works, show me that it works, because it's so much more powerful to show a customer that the solution works. Let me bring you into our lab and our foundries and show you how it works. And you can, of course, every network engineer knows you can simulate it box to box in a lab, but that's not really the same as really running it over a public network like AT&T or Lumen or Verizon or one of the big providers. How do you see it?
I love it. So I'd like to see it even further out. So let's push it even further into Europe, into somewhere like Wiesbaden in Germany, and then start to simulate tactical networks and start tackling some of those problems.
Okay, the critique of this first one was actually pretty good. It's pretty mild.
Delicious.
It is #1, but it's still pretty hot. It's Garlic Delight. It's called Micro Saucery Pico Pepper?
Pico peppers.
Pico peppers.
Pico peppers.
It's got the picture of a fat cat on the front. But yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
I liked it.
Very nice.
Okay. Next question. In 2025 alone, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Alphabet had upwards of 390 billion combined with AI-related CapEx expenditures. This question is from Evan Hoppins, and it ends with, John, are you worried about an AI bubble?
So if we do see an AI bubble, it's going to be fractured, right? So you'll see like startups. Yes, there's froth. So there's definitely the potential for an overall bubble. But really, when you're seeing companies spend trillions of dollars on chatbots that mostly hallucinate, those startups are going to fail. But there won't be a bubble where AI just goes away. I mean, we have our new robot co-workers from now until the end. So they're not going anywhere. Maybe we'll have cheaper graphics cards in the future if there is a bubble.
I don't know. I think the bubble is about to burst, but it's definitely bursting in my household because everything I say now, my wife whips out her phone, opens Grok, and she'll test everything I say with, that's not what Grok says, Cam. That's not what Grok says.
Well, she's bursting your bubble. That's different.
Yes, dude. But it is like AI bursting the bubble. But I don't disagree the way things are going. There's a lot of hype around AI, but it needs, there's actually a snippet in this in my newsletter for January. And it's about responsible use of the technologies. It absolutely has the ability to empower us and do really smart things. Help refine a letter or an email or something you're writing so that you can, beyond making it grammatically correct, but helping you make and refine your points to someone else. And it's a very useful tool. I'd say it's a very useful tool, but as far as the bubble, I think the bubble's gonna get bigger and bigger and then we'll see a pop, but I don't see a pop any time in the near future. Understood. What did you think of this one?
I like mustard. This was delicious. White hot, this is Quentin's sauce. White hot mustard sauce, delicious. Mm-hmm. I'm a little worried that the heat is increasing a little faster than I expected it to, but maybe that my pores are a little heavy on my dabs.
That had a delayed heat. I love the flavor, but man, it's starting to burn my tongue now. But I agree, that's a good one.
Yep, tasty.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, question number 3 is coming to us from Parker Hoppins. Artificial intelligence is undeniably the future of tech, but also an overused marketing term, corporate buzzword, and subject to massive speculation. How is TekSynap working to ensure that we're staying at the cutting edge without finding ourselves on the wrong end of an overhyped and oversaturated bubble?
Okay, that's a multi-part question. Read it for me. I gotta read it again. Okay. I don't know why I have to read them because I like processing it.
So while he's
Actually, doing
reading-
these public things is a lot harder than it looks, especially as the heat intensity continues. Okay, the question was, artificial intelligence is undeniably the future of tech, but also an overused marketing term. I totally agree. Corporate buzzwords and the subject of massive speculation. How is TekSynap working to ensure that we stay on top of the cutting edge without finding ourselves on the wrong end of an overhyped and oversaturated bubble? You were going to say?
Well, I mean, we have to define what AI is, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, if we're talking about scripting processes and developing workflows, that's just automation through scripting. That's not really AI, right? We're not training based on an algorithm to advance a problem. So, rule of thumb is if you say if then you're scripting.
Yes,
If
I agree.
If you're training a model on a data set and you're developing ambiguous kinds of responses, then you're getting into the realm of
I
AI.
hope this one isn't too hot.
So everybody's afraid of the AI overlords, right? So general AI is when an AI can basically replace a human. We're not there yet. General AI, not to be confused with generative AI, right? And then beyond general AI is superhuman AI or super intelligent AI. And that's when civilization can basically be replaced.
Skynet is here.
That's your singularity.
Oh, no. Wow. It makes me think back to all the early sci-fi movies that, like Space Odyssey, 2001, where the HAL 9000 computer takes over the spacecraft and actually begins killing off the astronauts. You remember that?
Of course, you know how they came up with HAL, right? For the name, right?
No.
So if you take one letter and add it to IBM, or remove it from IBM, I'm sorry, then you get HAL.
Oh my gosh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I probably should have known that.
You should have.
It's trivia. Trivia in my lane, too. Okay, so he just spanked me. That AI, I think, is, I agree with the person who asked this question, Parker Hoppins, thank you for your question. It is really, we're at a time when it really is very much overhyped. We have companies worth, Dave and I joke about this when we talk about the valuations of some of the companies on the stock market, and they are overhyped, and they've done such a good job of hyping it that the evaluations of their stocks are just, they don't make sense. Like the tech is not there to underpin what the evaluation is. But as I said earlier with the other question, I think if it's used responsibly, it can be really powerful. What we are doing as a corporation is, we've been tiptoeing into this pretty deliberately in a lot of areas. We have been experimenting with all the major platforms, including a major investment in a tool that helps us ingest RFPs that are issued, come up with summaries, come up with the outlines automatically. Of course, you have what I call the human on the loop, or the human in the loop, who understands what's been provided them was generated by a system and tools that were only as good as the programmer that wrote it. And you have to be careful that you're reviewing the content, because sometimes what it comes up with is not good.
Absolutely.
Or it's just dead wrong. And you have to have that the principle to be able to say, okay, it's good, it's going to help me be more efficient and more effective, but you can't trust it, at least not yet, for a lot of things. I think for mathematically driven things where it's laborious in nature, I think it's great for that, but it's a careful application. And that's what we've done with a lot of the AI things that we've done, like Tron and Megatron and ARDA, and those systems that we've built for to solve our problems that our mission customers have. And some of their more difficult tasks is to use it responsibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good question. Thank you, Parker.
Great
Parker
sauce,
Hoppins.
too.
Yeah, actually, that was a good one. It was sriracha. What is it?
Sriracha pickled garlic from Hot Ones.
Okay, the next one is Smokin' Dragon.
All right. You ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Well,
Wait,
this-
I'm 4. I get to go next.
Oh.
You get to go first with that. Okay, let me know how it is.
Oh, man.
Smokin' Dragon. All right, while I get the question. This question is from Julie Witt. All right, so Julie, thank you for your question. She's in our proposal team. Okay, so before TekSynap and IT careers, we all started somewhere. What's the most memorable non-IT job you have ever had? All right, I want to hear more about the exotic dancing. I'm kidding. Go ahead. You answer.
All right. Well, as far as a job goes, I mean, the most memorable. I used to work for Mercedes at one point. I worked in a loaner car department where when they took their cars in for service, we would give them a loaner car, usually a C-Class or an ML or something, so that they could have a Mercedes while they're waiting for their car to get fixed. One woman decided that she was going to keep our loaner car for about 3 months. And her car was finished a long time before that, but when she finally brought the car in and I had to clean it, the cup holder was filled with barbecue sauce, and she had been using that cup holder to dip her chicken nuggets.
What?
The entire time it looked like that she had that car. And the rest of the car was filthy. Absolutely disgusting. Like, I can't
Did
even-
you taste it?
No. No.
Oh, tell
That's
the truth.
disgusting. Oh,
No.
no.
Dip. Do they have any coffee flavor in it?
I hope she sees this one day, because shame on you.
I would have been like,
That was like 20, oh, that was a long time ago. So.
dude, it's good I'm not in the service industry, because I would have walked out to the lobby where she was sitting and said, I am not cleaning that up. No way. You get in there and clean that up yourself. That's crazy. The cup holder was her dipping?
Yeah, no liner, no sippy cup
Did
or
you
anything
have
in
gloves when you cleaned it?
there. I had paper towels and Windex.
Oh, that's really nasty. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's nasty.
Some people are just nasty.
You don't say. Okay, that last one had a hotness that kicked up. Like, my face feels red. Is my face getting red?
It's kind of hard for me to tell.
Oh my gosh, I don't need
'Cause
makeup.
I can't
It's like
see.
the hot sauce does it for
Right.
you. Okay, so, am I taking a stab at answering that?
Yeah, go ahead.
See, I don't think people realize that more hot sauce you go, it gets harder and harder to like stitch your brain together.
That was
and-
your question.
Okay, that's right. See, I'm like, it's that question. Okay, so before TekSynap, oh, this is a great question actually. Well, there's a couple of crazy jobs that I had that were non-IT. One of them was I used to deliver newspaper routes. I talked about this in the holiday speech this time. And getting up at 3:30 in the morning, I had this little red alarm clock with the 2 little bells on the top and a little hammer that went between them. And it would go off at 3:30 in the morning. And it was like, it would jolt you awake because it was so loud, but we had to have it loud because otherwise I was sleeping right through it. And delivering newspapers, I had my twin brother and I, we had a newspaper route with 250 houses in it. It's probably either a little bit less or a little bit more than 250 homes. So there's stacks, and Sundays were the worst because you had all the coupons and the papers were this thick and you had to carry them around, and they had, a strap that goes over and you put it through your head, and you had papers in the front, papers in the back, and everything gets black because that ink comes off the paper onto your hands, on your face, and it gets everywhere. And I loathed that job, but it satiated my arcade habit.
I was a Paperboy fan in the arcade at the roller rink, but
pinball,
sure.
Defender,
Yep.
Joust, all those games like quarter, feed it, and it
Smash TV.
yeah, it was good. But I also slung pizza at Pizza Hut for a little while.
All right.
I could slide from the front of the kitchen to the back of the kitchen.
Can you still shape a pizza pretty good?
No, in those days they didn't toss them, so I couldn't do that anyway. But they had them in the pans, and there was so much grease in the pan. Like, you'd put 2 things of grease in, and then it would like.
Was it lard or butter, or what were they using?
It was like, it just looked like canola oil or something like. Yeah, and probably not good for you. But I also had to wash dishes, and I hated washing dishes because one time I had to open a new box of soap. And when I opened the box, there was a farm of roaches living in the soap box, like the powdered soap. And as soon as I opened it, they flew in my face. Dude, it was awful.
That sounds terrifying.
I still have nightmares about it because they flew in my face, and there were like 100 of them. It was nuts. Why would they build a home in the soap box? I don't know. It was just weird. I mean, Julie, that was a really good question. It takes me back to the non-IT jobs that I had. But I think those jobs that you have when you're younger build character. So for those of you who are slinging pizzas or delivering papers, nobody delivers papers anymore. We don't get news that way. It builds character.
Well, we're turning it up another notch with this one.
All right,
we're
ready.
stepping out of the kiddie pool.
The kiddie pool.
And we're stepping into the...
I'm starting to feel it. So far, they haven't been terrible, though. All right, go. You ready?
All right, ready?
Me first or you first?
Oh,
Am I asking you the question or are you asking me the question?
I can ask. This one comes to us from one of our locals, Caleb Russian. He says, looking ahead, what are the key milestones or projects you're most excited for with TekSynap? And how do you see these milestones shaping the company's future?
Oh, wow, there's so many milestones. I remember we're crossing one this week with this is a good one. Sorry, I'm ADD. Hot ones, tropical Amarillo. That's appropriate. Sweet Scotch Bonnet. It's good, actually. Now I have completely forgotten the question.
Oh, yeah. Key milestones or projects you're most excited for coming up in the future, and how will it
milestones.
shape our destiny?
Okay, we brought on the TekXlerate Foundry. We call them foundries now because it's where we hammer out the solutions for our customers' greatest mission problems. It's been instrumental in solving a lot of customers' problems already. I talked earlier about what we're doing for the VA, but we're extending those same things for like Dean Shabati, who's up there in the Northeast in the Boston area. The Burlington lab that's right there is supporting the Hanscom Air Force Base for a contract that we won that's got an $8.75 billion ceiling, and it's all about modernizing the Air Force's network. So if I would say major milestones, TekSynap is making some pretty significant investments in both the technology in terms of the foundries, but we're also making major investments in human capital. For any of you who know me, and even just a little bit, I really believe in our humans. I believe that people are the ones that drive solutions. It's actually coded into the letter that I wrote when I first founded the company that's still up on the website to this day, which, by the way, I have to make a plug for the marketing team. We went live just a few days ago with our new website. We have a whole brand new website and a brand new look. If you haven't checked it out, now I'm getting the hiccups. That means it's hot. Please check it out because they did a phenomenal job of giving our entire website a makeover. It's fresh, it's new, it's hot. No pun intended. But I think that those investments that we've made in both the tech and the humans that make the tech work is the right recipe, because without the humans, like smart guys like this, you can't come up with the solutions that solve the mission problems, because it's people who, technology moving at the speed of thought is our tagline. It's because the humans think up those solutions and they make them work for our customers. So I'm proud of that, and I think those are milestones that we continue to cross. Even this office, when I came here, the office that we're sitting in here today at Sierra Vista, it's a fun office. It has, you can't see it on the camera, but it has Bago and it has a huge fun kitchen, and it's a great place to just live and work. And so we constantly continue to make investments in the people and the tech.
Very nice.
Anything to add?
Well, I think the TekXlerate Lab is definitely one of the most exciting things that I've been able to participate with so far. Being able to simulate or emulate as much of the environment that we struggle to solve problems in every day, especially with geographically disparate locations, being able to do latency testing across different areas, simulate the MPLS core. I mean,
that's going to be cool.
It's going to be awesome.
And then once you do it for one customer, my experience is that customers are naturally interested in what you did for other customers, especially in the federal government arena, because a lot of them don't ever want to be first. They want to see it working somewhere else before they say, okay, do it in my shop.
That's right.
Because they don't necessarily want to be they want to be on the cutting edge, they don't want to be on the bleeding edge. Question number 5, and that was from Caleb. Caleb, nice question. I think Caleb's in this office, yeah? Thank you, Caleb. Great question. Really great question. All right, 5 is over. All right, we ready for the next one? 6. All right, while you juice up, it's definitely getting hotter.
My teeth are starting to burn.
He loves hot sauce. Like, this is what he lives for. When we opened, he was like critiquing the ones he knew until we got down to here.
I just poured a lot of the homegrown hell onto this one, so I'm like,
This one is literally called homegrown hell. I thought you just made that
this
up.
might be hard. This might be a difficult bite.
Homegrown hell. Oh boy. Yeah.
I
think you
can
might be
smell it
right.
from here.
Sauce leopard. Okay. All right, let me ask the question while you're digging in. Question number 6. This one is from Ava Daly. Ava, thank you for your question. Here it comes. Johnny, you ready?
No.
Yes. I'll let you chew a minute while I ask the question.
Whoa.
Do you have any book recommendations for upcoming business and IT professionals?
Ooh. Ooh, absolutely.
That's a good one.
Absolutely. So Atomic Habits I recommend for anyone, whether or not you're in IT, but it's excellent. But Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek is one of the greatest books I've ever
What is
seen
it called? Atomic what?
Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits.
Leaders Eat Last, though, by Simon Sinek, along with The Infinity Game.
Leaders Eat Last. I like that. Let's do that now.
Wonderful. Well, I already had a pour of that one, so you're on it. See, I told you, I poured it fast.
Because some of them are so thick and pasty that it doesn't come out, and then others like,
This is the homegrown hell.
Is it good?
Oh no, it's very tasty. You're going to enjoy every.
Why do I feel like you're lying to me?
Moment of that.
Tell the truth, John. All right, I'm going.
Remember, I said the top of my head was going to start sweating and
Tell
itching?
me about these books.
It's itching.
Oh no. I forgot to turn the phone off. Sorry.
Yeah. So anything by Simon Sinek, phenomenal. And Atomic Habits is something I would recommend for everyone. Anything by Ray Kurzweil too. If you're into technology, you're into the future of AI, read some of the old Kurzweil stuff, like The Age of Spiritual Machines or The Singularity.
John, you are surprising me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's awesome. Okay, Elaine, I
was a
hope
huge Kurzweil
you
fan.
can get me those books because now I want to check them out.
They're all great.
Oh, I agree. I believe you. Okay. How would I answer that? So, if you're an executive in this company or in a management role, I usually pick a book every year and I ask my leaders, I make my readers read it. And they're like, oh God, not another book from Cam, another management book. You're killing us. But the one that was my favorite that I think really spoke to me, I think the leadership team enjoyed it, at least I heard from some of them that they did, is The Energy Bus. No, that was the least favorite one. Certainly David's least favorite one. But it would be the Culture Code. And the culture, I love the Culture Code because it talked about how important it is to have a cohesive and positive culture in your company. And it kind of permeates an entire organization. I'm blessed and humbled and honored that a lot of people who come, and we've had a lot of new people join us, are really genuinely impressed with the culture that we have at the company. And that's not something that I can take credit for. It's something that is part of all the humans that work for TekSynap. They bring that honest discourse about how to solve problems for our customers, and I think it's contagious. And I read a book years ago called Hungry, Humble, Smart. I don't remember who the author was. Someone look it up for me. And hungry is obvious. Hungry because I'm hungry to win new business and achieve new levels with my career. Hungry, humble. Humble is something that I think is absolutely critical to success, and no matter who you are, no matter what level you are in your career, having some humility, even if you're the smartest guy in the room, you got to be humble about the way you deliver it, because if you don't deliver it with humility, you kind of turn off the person receiving it out of the gate, no matter how good the idea is. And then smart is not the kind of smarts you would think like IQ smarts or just brainiac smarts, is the smarts to have the social intelligence smarts, if you will, to know how to read a room and how to read humans. So when they're struggling, you can be a better manager, a better coworker, a better person around them, and it builds upon itself. So that smarts in terms of emotional intelligence cannot be understated, and it's not innate. Some people it comes natural, and other people have to work at like reading the room. Like they can sometimes people say things and they have no idea that they're being insulting.
Sure.
Because they're just not thinking through how it's going to be perceived by We've all had the gaffe where you're like, okay, open mouth, insert foot, let me pull it out now. Oops, you said something. But even just making a mistake, realizing in the moment that you made a mistake and then just admitting it and like recovering is huge. And that goes with humility also. So those are kind of my two favorite books, and I think that you can, like the books that he just was talking about, there's always room for improvement to learn and grow and read new stuff, because you're always picking up stuff along the way.
So the heat is not going away at this point. So.
That one was kicked up. That was, what does it say here?
Homegrown hell. All right, so now we're moving on to...
Homegrown hell?
No, that's what we just had.
Okay, this is homegrown hell.
We're gonna be moving on to Funky's Hot Sauce Factory and Nirvana's Dragon Breath Sauce.
Dude, this one said it had tangerine in it. There was no tangerine in that. Anyway, okay. It actually wasn't bad though.
No, well, it was hot.
I would give it a 6, maybe a 7.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad.
All right. No,
We should be giving them
I think it
more
was pretty
scores.
tasty. Okay. I'll tell you my favorites at the end.
This one actually I looked at before this thing started, and it looks evil.
This is the Nirvana sauce.
This one has a picture of a fox on it that's sitting in a, what do you call that? Like when they're doing home, that kind of look. But I don't think it's gonna be that for us when we eat this. It's called Nirvana Dragon's Breath Sauce. Oh boy. Okay, let's go. Who's asking the question?
I think it's your question at
No,
this
you're
point.
7, I'm 8.
Oh man.
It's your turn.
All right, ready? This
No,
question.
I'm not ready. Okay, go.
This question is coming to us from Christine Schemmel, and she says, the best meals happen on work trips. What's the most memorable meal you've had while traveling? Where were you, and what was it? And
Okay, I'm gonna answer this before I take a bite because now I'm flush.
the waterworks are moving fast now.
You wanna answer first?
No. I haven't taken a bite yet.
Probably the most unique one was we went to a restaurant. I want to say this is in Barcelona. We took a trip there. Let me take my glasses off. And I ordered this bone-in thing. I don't even remember what it was called, but it came, and it is it's hot. I can tell this one's gonna be bad. And when it came to the table, it was so big, like it had a chunk of meat on it, this big, and it had a bone coming out of it that was like a foot, 18 inches long at least, and cut off on the end. You literally like pick it up with your hand, and you're like taking a huge bite out of it, and it was so big, like the person next to me, you had to turn the dish this way because it would literally like interfere with their meal. So when I looked at it, I thought, this is insane. There's no way I can eat all of this. And it was good, but it was like enough for 4 people to eat. And I'm already not like necessarily a big eater, so that's probably the most unique meal
Have you
I've
tasted
ordered.
that wing yet?
Not yet. You look like you're suffering, so
It's
I'm putting
it's
it on.
wonderful. You're gonna love this one.
All right, I got some accoutrements here on the side, so in case it's really bad.
All right. Well, in 2017, I went to DC for an Engineer of the Year award with GDIT. And myself and actually Lisa McCann, one of our VPs, a few other people sitting around in DC, and we had this seafood tower, and it was just a massive, massive thing on the table that had all sorts of different rows of food, and it was phenomenal. And now I'm crying. Maybe the memory was just so beautiful.
Not bad yet.
Oh, good luck. You know, I inhaled some of it, so maybe.
Well, it's hot, but not as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, don't make me look too bad. You're
It
good.
burned my lips a little bit.
All right.
You know when you can feel your heart beating in your lips? It's hot.
Euphoria kicks in.
Yeah, and now it's got a kick at the end. And you know, back here.
Yeah, it's gonna have. I'm gonna feel it back there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, this question is massive.
The next question. Oh my gosh.
I think you have the next one.
It's definitely kicking up. I thought the peanut butter was going to work. That's for down here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go. Question is from Walter Hamlet. Thank you for your question. Network Engineering, Army, Netcom. Awesome. Okay, wow, that is hot. That one is hot. As an operations network engineer, what are some areas I should focus on? Oh my gosh, I can't even read this. That one is kicking in. Technical or technical and non-technical.
Ooh, all right.
That would enable me to break into pre-sales. I like this question, and I have to start over because I'm so disjointed. As an operations network engineer, what are some areas I should focus on, technical and non-technical, that would enable me to break into pre-sales side of the house and eventually lead to landing a role as a solutions architect? This is a great question.
All right, great. So, well, first your people skills, right? So everyone blames the network all the time. It's always the network's fault if you can't do something.
They
If something
kicked
doesn't
out the
work.
keyboard. It's the network.
It's always so.
For those of us who are network engineers, that's our world.
That's your life, right? So
Sure.
So the trick is understand your transport and understand your holistic environment well enough where you can lean out of the network and get into those applications and get into those systems and recognize all of those dependencies and then solve other teams' problems through your total awareness of the system, right? But you have to develop the people skills to be able to help them understand that the issue might not necessarily be your network or the network components. It might be a configuration thing, or it might be, they might be trying to do something that the entire network is incapable of doing.
Right.
Where you have to pinhole something. So I would say, really work on leaning out of your space and start understanding other technologies, and and make friends, build teams.
You go first.
Okay.
This one is a repeat, I want to say, and this one, I think they remembered that I specifically said I don't like this one, so they brought it back. It has a nuclear, that's a nuclear symbol, right?
Yeah, that's
Da bomb evolution. Oh, you go first.
That's the big boy there.
Or
Or what do they call it? Fat boy?
I need to prime for this next one. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to try and answer that last one, right?
Yes, sir.
That was a good one. Who asked it? Ryan?
Walter did.
Walter, that's right, it's this one. I'm having trouble thinking. Okay, so I would say, this is actually my journey. I found people that around me that I really had already made it to this next level that you're describing as a solutions architect, and try to find someone that you aspire to be like and ask them if they're willing to be your mentor. I had many people who did this for me during my career, and I'm thankful for that. I believe you'll find it might be a little bit scary to ask the person to mentor you, but I would encourage you to do it, because the worst thing that could happen is they say no, and I want to skip this one. The worst thing that could happen is they say no, right? And most of the time, they're honored that you even asked. Like, it's kind of an honor. Like, if someone came up to John and said, or me and said, hey, I really wish you could mentor me, I would be flattered. So my advice to you is, if you want to get to that next level, the technical aspect would be find a mentor. On the other side of that house is, challenge yourself. I remember when I was back with a large systems integrator many years ago, I was sitting in a room with 22, 25 people, and we were trying to come up with an architecture solution for a big customer. And I was sitting in the back wall of the room, and I was afraid to say a word, because I thought my idea that's cooking up in the back of my brain can't be better than anybody in this room. It's not possible that I could come up with a better solution than the people in this room, because these people are 10 years my senior, and they've been doing this forever. And I finally got up the courage to just say it, and I said, I think we should look at a DWDM solution, and I think this is why it would really be a good thing for this customer, and why I think it would differentiate us from the pack. Even if they don't go all in, a DWDM infrastructure-related network would be powerful because they could, use the lambdas and go bam, 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 bam up with bandwidth usage. And it turns out everybody loved the idea, and it was the first time I remember in my career thinking, wow, I can bring something to the table. But unless you take that leap of faith and believe in yourself, I've said this a lot, if you don't believe in you, why would you expect anybody else to believe in you? You gotta believe in yourself first. And the worst that can happen is people say, yeah, I don't think that's gonna be the right solution, but I appreciate you putting in your 2 cents. Take that risk. Don't be afraid, like the foxhole thing that we were talking about earlier. Don't be afraid to stick your head out of the foxhole. I mean, okay, maybe not a good analogy because you're gonna get your head shot off, but the point is to take the risk because there's no gains in life. Like, be the CEO of your own career, take the risks with your career, and that's how you take it to the next level. Get a mentor and take risks. That would be my advice.
That one's not as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Really? I had this one before and I did not like it. I want one with less meat on the bone so I don't have to eat as much of it. That's my logic. I think it's gonna work. Okay, we're behind now.
Actually, I think we got 2 questions left.
Yes, we're going good.
But, yeah, you're behind a bite.
I'm working on it.
I was kidding, by the way. That's one of the most disgusting sauces.
Oh, you waited until I took the bite. Okay.
I mean, I feel that in the back of my throat and in places where I did not know that I had taste buds or nerve endings.
Okay.
Like my fingernails right now are feeling
Oh, that never happens to me.
things.
Okay. So the reason I banned this one the last time isn't because it's just really hot. It's because it doesn't taste good either. So I'm a fan of hot sauces until we get down here. But when it's just hot and it dwarfs the food, to me that's not enjoyable. I have the hiccups now. Now, you know it's hot.
No, that's a hot sauce.
This stuff, we almost had to cancel today's event because Shane went out and got me some of this. This is the thing that actually takes the edge off.
I'll get to that eventually.
It works. You want some?
No, I'm good for now. Thanks.
Good.
All right,
It
we
works,
actually
though.
we have to load up this next because we only have 2 questions left and there's 2
Oh, geez.
2 bites or 2 sauces left.
I have the hiccups.
Well, I'll take the first bite then.
Yes, please. Okay, it's your turn. You're doing 9?
I can ask you 9, sure.
You know, I watched Gordon Ramsay do this stuff, and now I understand why towards the end he couldn't answer questions because it just becomes harder and harder to keep because you're more focused on how hot your mouth is, and the fact that it's a very unusual feeling to hear your heart beat in your throat, in your mouth.
This is a pepper X sauce. Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez, got me.
Okay.
All right, somebody took too much good training from Sam Fisher. God bless Sam, but he used to torture me with this stuff. Okay.
All right, Ryan Hagan has a question for you. He says, you and the executive leadership team have built one of the most successful companies in the IT industry, growing from a small business at SynapTech and ultimately into TekSynap. As someone who's approaching 10 years at TekSynap, I'm continuously amazed by the level of care, leadership, and opportunity for growth I've experienced. Did you envision TekSynap reaching the level of success it has today? And what do you believe were the most important factors that contributed to your growth?
This is a really good question, but it also, I know Ryan really well. Thank you for your question, Ryan. But it also makes me wonder if his review is coming up next week. I'm just saying, Ryan, this is really clever. It must be soon. But it's working. It's definitely working. Okay, so let me just reacquaint. Did I know that TekSynap would achieve the level of success that we have? The truth is no. I never imagined that we would have more than 1,100 employees, several hundred more subcontractors. We'd have 4 offices. We have employees in every state in the continental United States except for one. I know that really well because when it comes around for tax season, It's not fun. We need reform in tax code. Okay, I won't go political, I promise. But on a serious note, it's humbling for me, and it's why I talked about the book Hungry, Humble, Smart, because I think humility is a big part of the equation. Always put your best foot forward, always write the best proposal, do the best that you can for your customers in support of their missions. Even sometimes when it's not convenient, it's like doing the right thing when nobody's looking. That's just gotta be something that you carry inside your soul all the time. The opportunity to grow and experience, did I envision? Absolutely not, but it's humbling and it's amazing at the same time. And I think if any of you read my newsletter, we have a target of $1 billion by 2030, and we're on our way to do that. A lot of new faces that you guys are gonna see in and around the company to help us drive to the next level. So it's an exciting time, not just in terms of the people that we're hiring and the trajectory of the company, but because technology is just going nuts. And I also want to get a moment in to talk about DOGE. There are a lot of people who are afraid of what's going to happen with their careers, and frankly in the GovCon market space, which, you know, it has not been fun to be a government contractor in the recent months because of so much turmoil. But the reality is the government is trying to do things more efficiently, right? Well, what brings efficiencies? Technology. Technology makes things go faster, better, smarter. It automates things, it makes things easier. And AI is the beginning of that, but using it responsibly. And in order to do that, they need companies like us to bring those solutions to their doorstep. And with what I think the last number I saw was more than 80,000 government employees took their packages and left. Yeah. That leaves a huge void of a lot of intellectual knowledge, horsepower, that left the service of the government, and there's now a void there that's got to be filled. So I think frankly, it's a huge opportunity for us and for this industry to be creative about the solutions that we can bring to the table. And I, for one, am really excited about it.
Now, you answered the 9th question, but have you tried the 9th wing?
No, I haven't. But now that I'm somewhat calmed down from the last one was really brutal, I will. Did you try it?
I did.
And is it?
It's very hot.
You look like you're doing okay.
Well, you were long-winded on that question.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. I probably shouldn't have put that much on there. When it's runny, it gets all over it. I usually can cheat a little bit by putting a dab. I'm going to be paying for this one. This one is called Smoked Serrano. The Serrano Brothers. Squash Reaper X Hot Sauce. From the Butterfly Bakery in Vermont. Thank you. We're going to have a talk about these hot sauces that you're picking. Okay, let's go. I'm pausing for effect.
Your dramatic
Wait
pause.
for it. I'm going in.
And this one's almost instant. Like, it doesn't take very long. And it's pretty high up. You know, I think it's interesting.
It's making my nose water.
When you talk about the advancement of technology and you talk about how...
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. That one. All right, I think next time we should only do 5 hot sauces. You know, let's improve and go to fewer hot sauces. This is gonna be the death of me. Okay, where are we?
We're on the last dab, really.
I'm asking the last question? Thank God, the last question. Okay, this one's an anonymous person. So here it goes. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Shall I wait for you to take a mic?
Well, are we going to cheers? Sure. We're going to cheers on the last one, right?
Do we have to?
We're going to touch wingtips.
Oh, this is a good question. I'm going to need time to think about it, so I'm going to stall.
Okay.
These are not the droids are looking for. These are not the hot sauces
you're
looking for.
The back of my head is starting to get along. A little bit.
Okay, I have one more wing left. Yay. I survived Sierra Vista. Okay, here we go. How much did you put on there? Oh, that's not enough.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
This one is called Hot Ones.
This is a 2.6 million Scoville unit
Dude,
sauce.
John
that
is
you
like an
just
expert.
drenched my wing in.
Dude, he's like the expert in hot sauces. The last dab will do you. No, the last dab, the Armageddon. Heat level 11 of 10. We's gonna have a talk about these hot sauce selections. Careful around the eyes. Don't touch your eyes.
All right.
Okay. I'm just gonna put a little dab on there. Did you take a bite?
Not yet. I was going to cheers.
Oh, geez, wait, hold on. Let me put some hot sauce on here.
Wait, you got to kind of see how much sauce you put on this wing to understand the.
What? Not enough? I'm trying to live through this, John.
Thank you very much.
All
John.
right.
This is.
Shall we go in at the same time?
You're a monster. Yeah, sure.
This is 11 of 10, guys. I'm afraid, actually.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, jeez, I'm scared.
Oh no! Oh no!
Jeez, thank God the bathroom's close.
It's the my nose. Oh no!
My lip is already quivering from the last one.
No. And it only gets hotter.
It actually has a decent taste, guys.
It has a build. It keeps going.
Oh, that one's not bad. Oh, it has a taste in the back of your throat that's not good. But actually,
That might be your spleen coming back out.
No, that one actually wasn't too bad. Let me ask a question. Okay, if you had to switch jobs with anyone at TekSynap for a week, who would it be and why?
Ooh,
Want to hear it again?
no. I got it. If I had, well, it would be
I'm telling you.
David, and it would be during the Walkabout Golf Tournament. I think
Your eyes are watering.
the Walkabout Golf Tournament
crying?
is awesome. Yes. And getting to play with everybody in the C-suite and the executive branch is wonderful. Meeting everybody on the different teams and all the different funny names that everybody comes up with during the VR golf event that we do every year is phenomenal. So I think that was a really cool experience. But I don't envy any of you your responsibilities.
That last one was really brutal.
It's still getting hotter.
Oh, wow, the last one was off. That's off the list. Even if you like hot sauces, you can't even taste the food. If I had to switch with anyone, I actually want to switch this question. Who would I not want to switch with? Even though he's amazing. It would be Ruben, who's our director of HR. He does an amazing job. And I don't think I could do it. He has to be a psychiatrist and a counselor and a cheerleader and a critic and all those things rolled into one. And I don't know how he does it, but he does it he's so amazing.
This is not funny.
Oh yeah, this last one was really, 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 really hot. I'm trying different things because nothing's really working. The whipped cream did not work on that one. But who would I switch with? You know,
I think I'm hallucinating.
I actually think I would switch with someone in the solutions architecture team, and I'm not saying that because I'm sitting next to John, who's in our solutions team, but we have so many talented people, Darren Schneider, Frank Byram, and so many talented, Bill Nystrom, and so many talented people in that group who come up with the solutions that solve our customer mission problems. And I think it's a really cool role to be in because I started this, down this journey with Synaptech, now TekSynap, because I loved technology so much. But as we've grown, as you would imagine, I get to read proposals. I get to read about solutions that we're doing, but I don't get to keyboard jockey anymore. And I miss that. I really miss that, being able to do that. So if I had to switch with someone, it would be able to switch with like Leonard, who gets to dabble. You are really crying. I'm so touched that you love this so much.
I said the waterworks in me are normal for.
Can you guys zoom in? He's literally.
This is painful.
I knew you'd love this.
It's going away.
He's so happy he's bawling. This is the first time I've had to blow my nose. I'm so sorry for blowing my nose on camera, guys, but it's hot. It's really hot. Okay, so that concludes today's hot take sessions. We love and appreciate you guys submitting questions. I know we didn't get to everybody who submitted questions, but we try to get as many in. Please, but I can't talk. Please submit more questions for the next hot takes. I don't know who it's going to be or when, but stay tuned. It'll be coming to you guys really soon. I'm going to take a bathroom break, so thank y'all for joining us today. And thank you for being my partner in crime today with these hot wings. I hope you enjoyed that.
Oh, it was wonderful. Thank you. I'm sure this is going to be a long-term experience for me.
Thank you for that, Cam. What did I do to deserve that? You did a good job.
This camera. Show the world what you got going on.
Yeah, baby. All right, you guys. Signing out from Sierra Vista. Peace.